Thank you for helping us to record wherever it is behind there. And this is ACI 4, Class 2. Today is 23rd of Jan 2025. And let's start off with a meditation, a short one, to set our motivation. So get yourself in a meditation posture. Close your eyes. And just focus on your breath for a while. Now, I want you to think of the problems that you're facing right now, the challenges in life. Now, think of the perfect world that you would like to see. Now know that what we are going to learn today will help us to create this perfect world. And we are going to use what we are going to learn today to help make this perfect world and offer this perfect world to our lineage of teachers for bringing this teaching, this wisdom to us. Now open your eyes and you're ready. Hi, Nu. Is that Nu? Do I
Yes.
pronounce correctly?
Yes,
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I have wanted to do a recap of class 1. but I'm afraid that I might not have enough time for my class 2. I always like to do recap, So I think I will just jump directly into class 2. Yeah, I think I better just jump to class 2. Okay, chapter 2 is on the 3 levels of reality. 3 levels of reality. And I want you to say with me for blessing's sake. Moon Yun, I don't know whether to pronounce correctly or not. Suddenly, I kind of like lost it. Moon Yun Gyu, Yun Gyu,
Gyu.
Yun Gyu, yes, Yun Gyu.
Gyu.
In Tibetan here. Anyone want to offer? Yun Gyu. Yeah, I think.
Gyu.
Thank you. Kok Gyu.
Kok Gyu.
That is confirmed. I'm sure is correct. And Shinto Kok Gyu.
Shinto Kok Gyu.
Very good. That is also correct. So let's say it a bit faster. Yun Gyu, Kok Gyu, Shinto Kok Gyu.
Yun Gyu, Kok Gyu, Shinto Kok Gyu.
Very good. Yeah.
Yun Gyu,
Kok Gyu,
Kok Gyu, Shinto Kok Gyu.
Yeah.
Yun Gyu, Kok Gyu, Shinto Kok Gyu.
Okay. So Nyungyo is called obvious reality. These are the 3 levels of reality. The first one is Nyungyo, obvious reality. From the word, we know that those are the things that are obvious to us, things that we can perceive directly with no problem at all. We don't need to use deduction at all. Okay. There are 5 sense objects that we can perceive and 1 mental object that we can perceive. I like to look at this picture. My eye consciousness. Okay, we have sense consciousness, sense power, and sense object. Okay, my eye consciousness, okay, I can see color and shape. So ear, sound, nose, smell, tongue, taste, and skin, touch. These are the 5 sense objects that I can perceive directly with no problem at all. I don't need to use deduction. So there are 5 sense objects and 1 mental object, right? I mentioned about 1 mental object. 1 mental object is our thought. It's an awareness of our thought. Just being aware of our thoughts. It is not like whether the thought is correct or not correct, It's just the thought, just being aware, oh, I have this thought. Okay, Yungyo, easy, right? Yungyo. Yeah. So this one is the direct thought, not the thought on the thought, not the reasoning. Okay, this one is extra only, extra. Okay, no, I don't want to go for this one first, later on. Okay, go for the next one. Kogyo. Kogyo, hidden reality. Kok is hidden, gyo is reality, Kogyo. Just now we learned Nyungyo, Kogyo, later we'll learn Shinto-kogyo. So Kogyo from the word hidden reality, we know it's hidden, right? It's hidden to an ordinary samsaric being like me. I cannot perceive directly. Okay, I cannot perceive directly. My eyes cannot see it. My ears cannot get it, okay? It's hidden. I can only perceive it through logic, only through clear thinking, right? Then I can perceive this hidden reality. Like, for example, the classic examples would be emptiness and the subtle impermanence. Okay, from the word hidden, we know I cannot see, correct? I cannot perceive. How can I perceive it? Only through reasoning. Just now I mentioned about two classical examples, right? One is emptiness. Number two, subtle impermanence. Okay, for example, emptiness. Can I perceive directly? Can I perceive it or not? Yeah, I cannot perceive it with my eyes, with my ears. Right? But through logic, through thinking it out, through clear thinking, through reasoning, I can perceive it intellectually. Like I say, okay, the puppy look at it as a chew toy. I look at it as a pen. Okay, so the things are empty of self-nature. Yeah. Through deduction, I can understand, I can perceive emptiness. Okay, so we learn logic. So I want to add in something that we learn in ACI 2. Remember the logic? We want to set up logical statement. Okay, we want to apply. Okay, how to set up logical statement. If you don't know about this, I will briefly go through here. But if you want to know in detail, you can go to ACI 2, class 9. Okay, remember, just to refresh your memory, how to set up a logical statement. Remember, we say that it's not that we don't have logic, right? We all have logic, right? We all have logic, but they told us that our logic is faulty. Before they told me, I thought my logic is perfect. Okay? My logic is okay. But after they told me your logic is faulty, I said, oh, my logic is faulty? Why is it faulty? Then the more you study, you say, oh, then how to know how to get a good logic? I've been struggling with that, you know. So I want to apply what we have learned, okay, instead of just going through. So I try to apply what we have learned in ACI 2 and use it here. Okay, I go and dig, and I ask the mixed nut. I go and ask many teachers. I say, hey, they didn't mention, they just say faulty logic, you know, have to have good logic, but how to have good logic? They didn't really mention here, inside here. So I go and confirm with them. Is there, how should I know? How should I set up, how should I know that I have good logic, right? Is there any other way other than ACI 2, the one I learned about the 3 statements? So I want to check, I don't know, right? I don't know. I studied until 18, I don't know about that, you know. Then I come back and say, that is so far, that's all I know. Maybe I miss out something. So I confirm with them. I check in the mixed nut. So I just pretend I don't know anything. Okay, and I say, is there any other logic? How to form logical statement? So they say it's the 3 statement, the one which is in, oh, that is try to connect the dot. Oh, that is what we learn in ACI 2. Okay, so that is one of them. Maybe there are more, I don't know. I'm not in the mixed nut. Okay, so let's try to apply that. So there are 3 statements. Statement number 1 will be the subject, which is a topic for consideration. Then statement number 2 will be the assertion, what you want to prove. Number 3 will be the reason. Okay. These 3 look at like very simple, correct? 3 statements to prove the logic. Oh, how could that be? Okay, let's try it out. Okay, consider functioning thing. I mean, those things around me, the functioning things, the lights, the car, the people, my money, my phone, okay, emerald, the computer, the class, okay, consider the functioning thing. It is empty of self-nature. My assertion that is emptiness, they are empty of self-nature. Why? Because the reason I give is it changes. It changes. Okay, let's see whether if that logical statement hold or not. Okay, we say that 3, 1, the relationship of 3, 1. The reason must apply to the subject. The reason has to apply to the subject. So the reason is changes and functioning things. Functioning things changes. Do functioning things change or not? What is functioning things? Things, working things, things that do something, things that function. Anything that function. The yelling boss function, correct or not? Right. The mom function as a mom. Right. You function, you do something. So functioning thing, do something. If they do something, when they do something, they're expanding energy. Either they are producing something or they're being produced. Functioning things, right? So they have to change. By doing something, they have to change. Okay? So 1, 3, there's a relationship there. Okay, done. Next one will be, why there's a pencil here? I don't know what is this. Oh, why is it here? I don't know why. Did you see there's a pencil here? I don't know what is that. Annotate. How to close that? I don't know what is that. Okay, I hope you can see that now. Okay, the next relationship will be 3, 2. Relationship means statement 3 and statement 2. 3, 2. If 3 is true, then 2 is true. Okay, statement number 3 is changes. If it changes, if the thing change, then it is empty of self-nature. If things change, then they are empty of self-nature. Agree or not? Yeah, if things change, then the thing is not in itself and by itself. Okay, because they change. Then let's look at it hold, right? The relationship hold. The 3, 2 is called positive necessity relationship. Positive necessity relationship means if statement 3 is true, then statement 2 is true. 3, 2. Okay, next one is called negative necessity. If -2, -3, I like to put it that way. If statement 2 is negated, then statement 3 will be negated. So let's look at 2. If it is not empty of self-nature, then you need to put a not. If things are not empty of self-nature, then they don't change. They cannot change. Agree or not? If things are not empty, then they cannot change. Agree or not? Right. If things are not empty, then they cannot change. The fact that things have to empty, then I can become old, okay, right? I can grow, okay, I can become prettier, I can study and understand. If things are not empty, then they cannot change. If things is in itself and by itself, they have some nature in itself and by itself, then they cannot change. And the fact that they can change, means that it is empty of self-nature. So that proof, okay, now I see that. Okay, so you have to prove to yourself. Okay, now makes sense. And that is very, very important, you know. The implication is, if things are empty of self-nature, that means that all the problems in our life is not necessary. Very big implication. If things are empty of self-nature, then all the problems in our life are not necessary. Then death is also not necessary. Then that means that nirvana is possible. This mind that is so stressed and distressed and with this negative emotion can change. And it can change to nirvana. What is nirvana? The definition: permanent stopping. I mean the short one, the easy one, permanent stopping of all your negative emotion. If you get it, you type 1 in the chat. If you cannot see the connection, please type 0. Thank you. It's not easy, to be very honest with you. I don't understand. Only when I'm preparing this class, only I understand. Would you believe that? You won't believe that. That's why you won't believe that. I'm really struggling because I find that logic is not something that you can just blah, 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 and you can memorize. You need to really think about that and try to connect the dot. Yeah, I'm the type, I was telling, oh yeah, that time, oh yeah, I was doing the Rejoicing Festival. I was trying to find one partner, give them the chance to plant seeds. Then when we were discussing, she's the one who lead, And then when on the real day, I mean very close to that day, I mean on the day itself, then I was the one who lead from beginning until the end. And then she was saying, oh, I say, Risha, I didn't know first time I see you teaching, I say, wow, I'm not very smart, but it takes time for me to digest. But once I understand, it's like, it's like the domino effect, I'm not very smart beginning one. I'm like very slow one, I'm like, I don't understand, I don't understand, I don't know, but I need to connect the dot. Then, once I understand, only I really understand. It takes some time. Oh, new ask, connection for what? I just follow a teaching and forget the beginning point. Okay, so we were talking about emptiness. Remember, we are talking about the second reality, hidden reality, right? Hidden reality we cannot perceive directly. And the classic example is emptiness and subtle impermanence. Now I'm taking emptiness out. Okay, I'm just taking emptiness out to test out on our own. I can just go on, but I want to test out what we have learned, right? I want to test it out. So I'm testing emptiness by using the logical statement, the logic, like they call it, how to prove whether you have good reasoning is the 3 statement. Okay, so I go through the 3 statement, the process to prove to ourselves whether if the 3 statement hold, then we kind of prove that thing. Okay, so now we prove emptiness already. Yeah, we say, yeah, things are empty. Things are empty. Okay, so my question to you is, if things are empty, the implication is very, very big in the sense that all our problems in life, right, are not necessary. And that means that death is also not necessary. And that also means that nirvana is possible. That is how I want to connect the dot, And nirvana is when we don't have any more negative emotion in short. That means that the state of mind that is free from all bad thought, all the negative emotion. So we want to prove to ourselves, yeah. Emptiness, that is so important. We want to prove to ourselves. Okay. So do you get a glimpse of that now? Yeah. Yeah. You have to think about that. Actually, this one is very important topic. I find that after I prepare all these things, I realize, I never see that connection in that way last time. We can study, do homework, no, all these things. Yeah. Plant seeds lah, all this. Yeah, I understand it's empty lah. But how does that connect to our ACI 4? Right. So each time when I do the meditation, I simply do it during my time as a student. I also don't know how to meditate, it's so difficult. Especially ACI 4, totally lost. Other subjects still okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to connect the dot because when they ask me to meditate, I don't know what I don't understand, I don't know how to meditate, Yeah. So if you see, if emptiness, we proved ourselves, if things are really empty, that things change. The fact that things change means that they are empty. Right? That means that all the problems that we see in our life are not necessary. And that means that death is also not necessary. And that means that nirvana is possible. Our mind can be clean. We can clean up this dirty mind and make it pure and reach this state of pure bliss nirvana, the mind that don't have all this negative emotion. And that is very, very big statement. Yeah, please think about that, okay? I have a lot of logical statement to play around later on if we got the time. I put it one side first. I got a spare one. Okay, the next one I want to do, remember I say hidden reality got two things, right? The other one is called what? Subtle impermanence. Okay, subtle impermanence. What is subtle impermanence? We cannot see directly, you know. We know impermanence, right? We say, yeah lah, I know lah, things are impermanent. Yeah lah, the car accident, that one is called gross impermanence. Okay, but under hidden reality, we are talking about subtle impermanence that we cannot see, we cannot perceive. We cannot perceive. Hidden, they are hidden. What does subtle impermanence means? It just means that nothing lasts more than an instant. Nothing lasts more than an instant. Everything is being destroyed by the instance. Every instant, things are being destroyed. Subtle impermanence. Can we see it? Cannot. But if you meditate for a long time, you go into deep meditation, you are able to see subtle impermanence. You're able to see that things are being destroyed by the instant. You're able to see that nothing lasts more than one instance. And that is subtle impermanence. I would say that when I go for, what is that one called? Vipassana meditation, I see subtle impermanence. I perceive that through reasoning. I perceive that because they let us go meditate for hours after hours, hours after hours. You do nothing, you cannot talk, you know. You cannot talk, you cannot see another person, you're all alone. All you do is meditate, eat, sleep, okay? So your senses are kind of like withdrawn. You sit there, meditate, and then you see the changes in your subtle impermanence. Nothing lasts more than a second, the subtle impermanence of your body. Every moment being destroyed. And that is very interesting. A very great experience. I write a long email to my teacher. So that is subtle impermanence. Okay, now want to do an activity. Okay, we talk about hidden reality. Remember, now we're at where? Hidden reality, right? Hidden reality, things that we cannot perceive. We can only perceive through reasoning. So I want you to test out one thing that you cannot see, but you are sure of. You are sure of. You cannot see, but you're very sure. Use the logical statement to set up. For example, or maybe I give this as a homework to you. Maybe I give this as, I don't know whether we have enough time to really sit down and think about that. So I want to give you this as a homework. Okay. So I can give an example. Okay, I want to use back the same example as last week. Okay, I said, oh, my partner, consider my partner. He doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't love me so much anymore nowadays. Reason? Because he yelled at me. So we want to check whether our logic is okay or not. Let's check our logic. Whether is that a good logic or not? Okay. Is that what we call good logic? Means airtight reasoning. How to know airtight reasoning? Use the logical statement. And then if the three relationship hold, that means your logic is airtight reasoning. Is a good logic. So I said statement 3 and 1. My partner yelled at me. Yeah, he yelled at me that day. Okay. 3, 1 hold. 3, 2, positive necessity. If 3 is true, then 2 is true. He yelled at me, so he doesn't love me anymore. Okay, because he yelled at me, so he doesn't love me that much anymore. Is it true or not? How to know it's not true?
He
We
married
as
you.
a person, yeah,
He married to you, so maybe he loved you.
very
He
good.
chose you.
Okay, yeah, but in your mind, you say, yeah, he loved me last time, but not now anymore. So you have to prove yourself. You say that, oh, does that mean that if the mother yell at the kid, the mother scold the kid? Yeah, doesn't mean that she doesn't love me. Yeah, Rache here, my mom scold me, doesn't mean she doesn't love me. So your logic is out already, out. So no need to prove further. Your logic is out. Okay, so I want you to play with this. You go and at home when you're free. Very interesting. I never thought these 3 statements is so interesting. When I first heard of it, I got a shock. Because when my teacher said ACI for proof of future life, you get very excited. Wow, what an interesting subject. Wow, what an interesting subject. What is that? What am I going to learn? Huh? That's all? That's all the proof? How does that prove anything? I keep on asking my teacher many times. I say it doesn't prove anything. My teacher also never answer me. After I finish everything, until now only I finally understand why. You keep on playing with that, But I did try, Yeah. So I want you to, this is your homework, yeah. Just try to see anything that you come to the conclusion through your own logic. Our logic is the way our mind think, right? Does your logic, is that a good logic or not? Is that an airtight reasoning logic or not? So you play around with that one, okay? If you don't know, can take a snapshot of that, or I can later send it in the group chat. Why is that important? Why is that very important? I'm very happy you give me the opportunity to share. Because of that, I think so much. I'm so scared. I don't know how to connect the dot. If I cannot see the dot now, then how am I going to share? I'm so scared. Why is that so important? Because our decision is based on our logic. If you notice, I come to the decision that he doesn't love me anymore. Okay, and I'm very sure. Right. And my decision is based on that. Can you see that or not? So you can see the implication why we have to play around with these 3 logical and not just play only, really. It has an implication because our decision is based on that. So as everything in our life. So you can check it out. Yeah. I got so many examples here while preparing, playing with the logic. I can give another quick one. Consider the contract, the subject, the contract that I get, 1 million contract. I got it, the assertion, I'm the one who got it. The reason, because I lie, I lie, L-I-E, lie. They're not honest, misleading. Okay, so let's check the logic. 3, 1, whether 3 apply to 1 or not, whether the reason apply to the subject or not. I lie, then I got the contract. Yeah, it looks that way to me. Do you lie, then you get the contract? It looks that way. Is it true? 3, 1, is it true? I lie, and then I got the contract. Is it true? How to know whether it's not true? How I know it's true? Obviously, I believe it's true, then I lie. Otherwise, I won't lie, isn't it? Obviously, I believe it is true. That's what the question I asked my teacher. I was struggling with that. I said, how can that be a logic, The fact that of course, I believe it is true, then only I lie, right? I think I get the contract. If I lie, I can get the contract. Right? How to know whether it is not true? If Lying can give me the 1 million contract. That each time I lie, I can get a contract. But apparently it's not like that. So obviously it is not that cause, the real cause. Yeah, I'm gonna say good thing can lead to bad. Bad thing cannot lead to good thing. Yes. Light make light. Yeah, it is empty and not coming from itself. Yeah. Okay, so next one we learn the one is Shinto Kokyo. Shinto Kokyo. Shinto is deeply. Kokyo is hidden. So it's deeply hidden reality. Deeply hidden reality. From the word deeply hidden, we already know. Just now we learned hidden reality, isn't it? Now it's deeply hidden reality. And there's only one. Subtle workings of karma. Subtle workings of karma means that the exact correlation, the exact karmic correlation. Okay? Can we perceive it directly or not? No. Can we use our logic, our clear thinking to perceive it or not? No. You can only take someone's authority, which is the Buddha. You only can take someone's authority, the Buddha. What did the Buddha say? If you do this, you get that. Okay. If you keep your morality, you will be happy. If you give, then you will get. You have to take somebody's authority. You know, when I studied, I say, huh? Okay, but not yet. Okay. We'll do, I think, which chapter is that now? You will learn, okay, you take somebody's authority. Yeah, class 4. Class 4, we will check on this. Someone's authority. What conditions have to be present for you to accept it? Okay, Anna. Remember, Lord Buddha say, don't just accept my words. Test it out like gold. Test it like gold. So what are the tests? We will do it in chapter 4. Okay, we will do it in chapter 4. Shinto Kokyo. It is not something that you can just you cannot perceive, cannot just think it out. You cannot also, you have to accept Buddha's authority. But yet Buddha tell us, don't accept what I say. You have to test it out. Okay, it's okay to have they call it, what is it, good doubt, healthy doubt. Yeah, you have to check it out, which is the 3 tests you will learn in class 4. Okay, and there's one very interesting fact. When your logic get better and better, then you will be able to perceive emptiness, right? The hidden reality. Emptiness is a hidden reality, right? When your logic get better and better, you have clear thinking, then you'll be able to perceive emptiness intellectually through reasoning. And the more you understand emptiness, which is a hidden reality, then the deeply hidden reality will become more and more like a hidden reality. Can you see that? From the third reality become the second one. I say again, as your logic get better and better, and then you will be able to understand emptiness more. You'll be able to perceive emptiness through reasoning, which is a hidden reality. And the more you understand emptiness, then the more the deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality. Let's test out what I say this one. What is that? Okay, how can the deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality? Okay, this one is the pen, which represent emptiness, right? Okay, the more you understand emptiness, right? The more you understand emptiness, then you understand the 4 laws of karma. Like Emerald say, good come from good, bad come from bad. Then you do the 4 steps. Okay, through the 4 laws of karma, you do the 4 steps. So the pen, because you understand emptiness, then you do the 4 step, right? This is a seed planting action, right? Seed planting action. And then you see the results, which is a seed planting result. And if emptiness is true, because the more you understand emptiness, and then you plant the seed, you use the 4 step, and then you get the result, you start to see the connection between the seed planting action and the result, then your deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality. How is it? Are you okay? Yeah. The more you understand emptiness, you nowadays, most of you who have learned many years, you kind of like able to get the karmic correlation, right? Because you understand emptiness, you understand 4 laws of karma. You say like make like. So you kind of like able to link that, right? You're kind of able to link that. Say, oh, this is what I want this. I go and plant these seeds, But we are not Buddha. Nobody can tell you the exact one I can tell you. Nobody. We can only use because our understanding of emptiness become better and better, right? Then this deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality for us that we can kind of like use logic to say, maybe you can do like that. Maybe you can plant a seed, maybe you can do like that. Yeah. If you do like that, maybe you can get this one. Okay. And when you try to do that and you see the result, the seed planting action and the result, the connection, they say, right. Then your deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality. Correct or not? Every time somebody, if you notice people got problem, they come to you, isn't it? Then they say that, oh, I got this problem. Then what should I do? Hey, nobody is a Buddha. Sometimes our students get me very difficult question also. Okay. I can only tell them, based on emptiness, if like make like, okay, then based on the nature of the problem, from what I hear, then I kind of like deduce what is the cause. Okay. Right? If they have this problem, then what is the cause? Then what is the 4 power you have to do? Right? Yeah. Or if you want to achieve something, you have a goal. This is what I want to achieve. Right? Then I roughly from that light make light, I understand emptiness. Right? What are the seed I need to plant to get this? Right? Yeah. Do you get it? If you get it, can you type 1? If you like don't get it, type 0 or maybe in between or what?
So it means the more we understand about the emptiness, the more level of reality we can perceive, right? The first
The,
obvious, then hidden reality, and then deeply hidden reality. So it's the level is increase, right? The more we understand about the emptiness, the more level we can get.
okay. Obvious reality we can perceive directly, no
Yes.
issue. Okay, we are now only talking about hidden reality and deeply hidden reality. Okay, so hidden reality is emptiness, right? And then deeply hidden reality is the subtle workings of the karma. If you do this, you get this. Okay, if I want a partner, I go to the old folks' home. If I want money, I plant money seeds, right? So that one, the subtle workings of karma, is a deeply hidden reality that we cannot perceive. We cannot even think it out. Only when we understand emptiness, like what you say, the more, your second part is correct. The more you understand emptiness, then this deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality that you can use reasoning to think about. If I want this, maybe I can do this. I can achieve this. Right? If let's say I cannot sleep, say, oh, every time I cannot sleep there, every night I cannot sleep. Nobody can tell you the exact cause. Then we say, oh, maybe maybe uh, then you try, oh, okay, I try to be very careful not to disturb people's peace of mind, like the way I say things, the way I act, Yeah, I'll be very careful with my behavior, not to make people pissed off or annoyed or unhappy, okay? Like last time, I don't care. That's what they think about me, okay? I want to do, I just do it, okay? But now I'll be very careful of how my behavior also impact other people. You have a consideration for other people, things like that. Okay. So the deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality. Yeah. Then we're kind of like using reasoning. We know what are the seed that we can plant to get the goal that we want. Okay, there are two things. One is somebody want to get something, they want to achieve something, right? But we don't know what is the karmic correlation. But if your emptiness is very strong, the more you understand emptiness, then the deeply hidden reality become a hidden reality, right? Then you can kind of like use reasoning. Maybe you can do this, then you can get this. Or maybe, oh, you don't have support. Maybe you go and support people's project, things like that. Oh, you don't have time. Maybe you can offer to volunteer in ACI. You kind of make light because of your understanding of emptiness. You kind of like roughly know what are the things that you have to do to get your goal. Right? That's one thing. Second thing, somebody is facing some problem. What is the cause? Then from the nature of it, we can roughly deduce, maybe you've done something like that, is it? So you can try to, do full power on that. Yeah. So think about that is very, very powerful. Okay. So if the more you understand emptiness, then you will start to do the fourth step, right? Then this is called the seed planting action. You're planting something that you want. Then when you see the result, okay, then you are able to see the connection between the seed planting action, the action that you've taken, and then the result. And then this deeply hidden reality, the karmic correlation, become a hidden reality that you can use reasoning to perceive. Okay, let me see just now. Kia Wong, very honest, 0.6, very good. Raymond, 1, Zane, okay, Jenny. What about others? Okay. Ramiro, 550, half. The rest, okay. Jaslyn, okay. Richie, okay. JD, okay. Good. It's okay if you don't understand. That is fine. Okay, no worries. You're not taking a test. I just want to know where you are so that I know how long I have to keep on saying the same thing. I have to nag. Not just joking. Okay, so question number 1 is in your homework. Name the 3 levels of reality. Okay, what are the 3 levels of reality again? Let's not look at it. What is the first one? Obvious reality. Called what? Nyun Gyo. Right. things that we can perceive directly with our senses, no problem. We don't need deduction. Number two, hidden reality, Kokyo. From the word hidden, you know already. It's hidden. We cannot directly perceive. We cannot directly perceive your eye, ear, or this one cannot. We can only perceive through reasoning, through clear thinking, through logic. Yeah. The classic example is emptiness and subtle impermanence. And then number three, Shinto Kokyo, which is a deeply hidden reality. Deeply hidden reality, subtle workings of the karma, the karmic correlationship. Do this, get this. Nobody can tell you, you cannot perceive. You cannot perceive it directly, you cannot even think it out at all. You can only accept authority, based on what Lord Buddha said. But at the same time, Lord Buddha tells us not to just accept it. You have to test it out, which we will cover in class 4. But we also know if our understanding of emptiness, which is the second one, hidden reality, get better and better, the more we understand emptiness, then the more this deeply hidden reality become hidden reality for us, where we can use reasoning to trash out what possibly is the karmic correlation. Okay? So that is in your homework. Question 1. Okay, the 3 levels of reality we learn: Nyungyo, Kokyo, Shinto Kokyo. Can one thing be more than one reality at the same time? Can or cannot? Can you put Y? Cannot you put no? N. Y or N? Can one thing be more than one reality at the same time? Okay, one I means one means yes, is there? Okay. Yeah. If we don't know, it's also okay. Yes, yeah. Is there anybody say no? No, everybody say yes. I don't know. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So for example, color, we say color is an obvious reality for me. I can see color, I can see shape, right? Color. Let's talk about color first. Color. Just talk about color only. Color is an obvious reality for me, right? I hope it's also obvious reality for you. I believe so. Okay. But what about a blind man? For the blind man, which reality is that? Yeah, they cannot see. So what reality do you think is that? Yeah, KL is correct. Hidden reality. Okay, Raymond also got it correct. Hidden reality. Right. So the next one will be, what about emptiness? Number 2. Emptiness is, I said, is a hidden reality for me, right? It's a hidden reality. But to a Buddha, an enlightened being, what reality is that? To a Buddha, oh yeah, hey, you're right, Kiamo. Obvious reality. Yeah, Richie said can see directly. Yeah, you're right. Justin said obvious reality. Yeah, Neil said obvious. Yeah, you're right. Raymond also obvious reality. What about belong to the seer? Very good. Depends on the seer. Very good. Okay, that's the keyword. But then to someone who is in a direct perception of emptiness, it is also an obvious reality for them. Okay, next one would be the subtle workings of karma. It is, for me, it's a deeply hidden reality. To the Buddha, it is. To the Buddha, this is obvious reality. Okay, we are at obvious reality. Everything is obvious for the Buddha, right? What about somebody who study emptiness? Somebody who study emptiness, who understand emptiness very deeply, or who have seen emptiness directly. What reality is that for them? Raymond is correct. Hidden reality. From deeply hidden reality become hidden. Okay. So Zane is correct. Emerald also got it correct. Yay. So that is in your homework question too. So to sum it up, what Lynn says, depends on the perceiver. You see, I put this lady here to remind myself. Dependent on who see it, to whom. Okay, which reality is emptiness? Just now we mentioned, just a quick one. Emptiness is hidden reality, correct? Yes. And yes, hidden reality. Jenny also say hidden reality. The second reality, which is Kogyo. Then direct perception emptiness would be, direct perception emptiness is A, when you're in direct perception emptiness, that emptiness become an obvious reality. Yes, Jasmine, correct. Yes, New also correct. It become an obvious reality. Okay, so obvious, Jenny also correct. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we learned that there are two more things that we need to learn. Direct perception is called Nyunsum Sema. Nyunsum Sema. Sema, as you remember, is called valid perception, right? Sema is a valid perception. In Sanskrit, it's pramana. So direct perception is Nyunsum Sema, which means that you are perceiving, you use direct perception to perceive obvious reality. You use direct perception to perceive obvious reality. Obviously, that is very easy, right? And then there's another thing called deductive reasoning. It's called Jepak Sema. Jepak Sema. You use deductive reasoning to perceive what? Hidden reality and deeply hidden reality. To perceive hidden reality and deeply hidden reality. Okay? There's one interesting thing here. Sense perception are not sema. Your mental perception of the sense perception is sema. You have to think about that now. Okay. I try to help you to understand. Okay, just now what I say again. Let me show you the thing one more time. Sense perception are sema. Mental perception of the sense perception is not sema. Well, I was struggling for this one for so long, then I have to go around and ask, ask in the teacher training class, ask the teacher and think about that. Finally, only I understand a bit, okay? Okay, so we say this is a sense object, right? Then this is a sense power. Then this is our eye consciousness, sense consciousness. Here, because this is color and shape, so it's your eye consciousness. Okay, so the color and shape is not sema until I see that. Until I see that it is there. Only when I identify in my mind blue, then that is sema. So sense perception alone, they are not sema. The mental perception of your sense perception is sema. You can take a snapshot if you want to think about that, because this is not something that you hear it, then you can understand, you see. I hear it so many times for many, many years, I don't understand. To be very honest, I don't understand. Only now, only I understand. Can you believe that? Only now, only understand. I say, I don't know what he said. I just put one side, okay, whatever. I can remember. I can say, but I don't understand, okay? I can tell you, oh yeah, I know the difference, yeah, but I don't really understand. But after cook for so long, finally, I'm such a slow learner. Okay. So again, you can see, if you see color and shape, it is not same. Only when your mind identify that blue, okay, then only that is same. Easy, I hope I make it easy for you to understand. Okay, next one will be this one. Question number 3 in your homework. Name the 2 types of valid perception and what levels of reality they are used to perceive. A, we learn 2, direct valid perception, munsum sema, to perceive direct reality or obvious reality. We call it nyungyo. Then the other thing is deductive valid perception. We call it jepak sema, to perceive kogyo and shintokogyo. So deductive valid perception is very, very important because they help us to see things that we cannot see with our eyes. Yeah, we cannot see with our eyes, you know. Why is that very important? If you just tell me like that, I cannot, when I cannot see the importance, I don't remember. So only when I prepare the class, only I start to understand better. I start to see why it is so important. Okay, because there are many things that we cannot see with our eyes, but then doesn't mean that they don't exist, right? So deductive reasoning is to help me to establish that they exist. And why is that important? Like, for example, emptiness. Because I see emptiness, I understand emptiness through reasoning. Then, remember what I said just now? Because we know that things have no nature of their own. That means that all our problems are not necessary. Death is not necessary. Then nirvana is possible. Can you see how important it is or not? If you link like that, ding, 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 then you see why the topic is important. So deductive valid perception is to help us to see things that we cannot see with our eyes. Okay, so valid perception help us to strengthen our ability to think. Strengthen our ability to think. What do you mean by strengthen our ability to think? I like to think of one person, Einstein, the scientist, very famous Einstein. Is it Einstein? I hope I pronounced correctly, okay. And using the same data that he has, same data that we have, the conclusion that I can come out is so limited. But Einstein, using the same data, he can come up with a different conclusion because his ability to think is different. So logic helps us to strengthen our ability to think, to see things that I cannot see with my eyes. I say, they don't exist. They help us to understand emptiness. And why is that so important? Because I understand emptiness, things have no nature of their own, things are not in itself and by itself. Then that means that if I apply the same rules, the same understanding, the same conclusion, that means all the problems I see in my life, my health, my relationship, my career, right now, the things around me, all the problems, all the challenges I see are not necessary. They are not in itself and by itself. Right? It's not in itself and by itself. And that means that that's not necessary, and that means that nirvana is possible. I have to repeat that again and again because that will help you in your meditation assignment later, because I already checked the thing. There's a connection. And I think there's a connection to class 3 also. And it's so important, really it's so important. Yeah, if I don't connect it in that way, I don't see why it is important. And when I study, then I cannot quite remember. Okay, so I actually have a lot of prepare quite a few quiz and all these things, but I look at the time 9:35. I got one more section to finish. I finish this section. If I got extra time, I will come back to the extra thing that we can do. Okay, this is the last question. This is the thing I don't like, sorry. I really hate this section, okay? And I don't know why we want to study this one when I was a student. I really cannot understand why we have to study this one, you know. I really, really cannot understand why this is important. Okay. But now I understand better why I have to study this one. So bear with me if you don't see why I have to study this one. So there is this opening statement, very, very, very famous opening statement from the Commentary on Valid Perception by Master Dignaga. Okay, so first thing I want to test you, who is Master Dignaga? Who can tell me? Who is Master Dignaga? Is the father or grandfather of logic? Father or grandfather? Father or grandfather? F or GF? If you're hardworking, you can type the whole thing. Jocelyn say grandfather. Grandfather. Okay, grandfather, you're right. It's the grandfather. Yeah, it's the grandfather. You're right. Okay, so the grandfather. Year? Who can remember the year? You want to type in the chat? Okay, you're right. 440 AD. This is easy to remember. 440 AD. Yeah? Okay, so this is his opening statement. And why is the opening statement? We want to study the opening statement. I don't understand when I was a student. I really don't understand, you know. So opening statement, okay, one more thing. For the sake of the lineage, how I should pass on accurately and correctly and not just based on what I think is important or what I think is not important. They say the opening statement in a Buddhist book depend on the subject. If the subject is on emptiness, for example, then they will bow down to Manjushri. So they'll bow down to different holy beings depending on the subject. So this is a very, very famous opening statement that you have to memorize during the Chinese New Year holiday. Okay. And it's very important. I tell you first, you will come back to this in chapter 6. If you don't memorize, then when we do chapter 6, you will have a problem. Okay. Yeah. But doesn't mean that you cannot study. You can still study, but maybe it will be easier if you have memorized. And in fact, they ask you to memorize in class 2. So Emerald, can you read this for me?
I bow down to the one who turned correct, who helps all beings, the teacher, the one who went to bliss, and our protector.
Okay, so there are 5 parts. Can you see question 5? There are 5 major elements on the statement of this statement. I don't understand why. You will know why when you come to chapter 6. So just to let you know. So the first part will be the key thing. The first element will be the one who turned correct. The one who turned correct. Okay, it's the first part, right? The one who turned correct. The one who turned into one with valid perception. Turn correct means turn with valid perception. Okay, and the Tibetan word is Sema Gyupa. Sema Gyupa here, Sema Gyupa. We want to be Sema Gyupa. One interesting thing is if the Buddha is the one who turned correct, who turned into one with valid perception, means that he's also like us, naughty boy and naughty girl last time. Okay, he is also a naughty boy, and then through some practices, then he turned correct. He become pure. Okay, so that means we also can do that also. He's not good from beginning. He's also like you and I, okay? So statement number 2, very important, second part, who help all beings. Why you want to help all beings? Because of compassion, okay? So the second part, he want to help all beings because he got this great compassion, holy great compassion. Okay, then number 3, the teacher. 4, gone to bliss. 5 protector. So there are 5 elements. Okay, what is it? Turn correct. Then we want to help all beings. Teacher, gone to bliss, protector. So there are 5 elements, and the 5 elements we will go into very, very detailed, deep in class 6. And when you look at class 6, I want to pengsan, I want to faint. I was really struggling with that, So you say, oh, hey, I want to study this type of thing, Okay. And these 2 lines alone, they say is the path to Buddhahood. So I need to pass on from the lineage. It is the path to Buddhahood. It is the coded quality of a Buddha. Inside here, the 2 lines is the very, very important coded quality of a Buddha. Why is that the word coded? Coded means that you need somebody to explain to you what it means. You understand? It's not like, oh, you look at the word, then you understand. Okay. One word itself, there is a specific meaning to that. Without somebody explaining to you, you cannot understand. That's why it's called coded quality. It means nothing. When you look at this one, it means nothing. Okay, let's look at the Tibetan. Semagyupa is the one who turned correct. Okay. Drola is the sentient being. Okay. Drola is sentient being. Pen is wishes or one. Okay. No, sorry. Pen is to help. Sorry, help. Shepa will be you want. You want to help all beings. Can you see number 2? Help all beings. Again, Drola is a sentient beings. Pen is the help. Then Shepa is the wish. The wish to help all beings. Then Tumpa is teacher. Deshe is gone to bliss. De is bliss. She is gone. Kyop is protector. La is 2, means the protector. And Chaksel is to bow down. Chaksel is to bow down. Okay, Chaksel is bow down. It means looking for something from the hand of your Lama. Looking for something from the hand of your Lama. Chak itself means hand. Chak means hand. Sel means look for something. Means when you bow down, you're looking for something from the hand of your Lama. Okay, so I bow down to the one who turned correct, who helps all beings, the teacher, the one who gone to bliss, and our protector. Semagyupa, Drola Pen, Shepa, Tunpa, Deshek, Kyupla, Shak, Chaksel, Lo. We will study this in chapter 6, so I don't want to go into detail, but apparently I don't know why they want you to memorize the 2 lines. Okay, now, Semagyupa. Is an area a Semagyupa? Type. You type in the chat. 1 for yes, 0 for no. Is area a Semagyupa? Okay, Awong is very brave. Yay! Just guess lah, 50-50 only ma. You got 50% chance of getting it correct. So we have a mix of answer. Most people answer no. Yeah, you're correct. No, Arya is not a Semagyupa yet. Okay, they see emptiness directly, but remember there's at the path of seeing, right? Path of seeing, path number 3. Where are they? They are at path number 3. Okay, then is Arhat a Semagyupa? Type 1 if yes, 0 for no. It's more challenging, this one. The answer is no. Only Lin got it correct. Arhat is also not Semagyupa. He has not turned correct. Okay, can somebody read this again? Raymond, can you read these 2 lines again?
I bow down to the one who turned correct, who helps all beings, the teacher, the one who went to bliss, and our protector.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have a little bit of time. We can do something interesting. Now, let me see first. Okay, I checked out on this one, memorization assignment. Okay, like just now, the one Master Dignaga's opening statement. Then your meditation would be review the 3 levels of reality. Nyungyu, Kokyu, Shinto-Kokyu. And try to find examples of the objects in your own life for each reality. Okay, so we finish our class, so I come back to this one. Now, is sense perception same? Yes or no? Why for... Oops, why am I sending my message to myself? Why for yes and for no? Is sema perception... Sorry, is sense perception same? Richie say no. Raymond say yes and no. Okay, JD say no, Zane say no, New say no, Emerald say no, Jenny says no. Yeah, very easy to fall into this trap, correct? I also sometimes fall into the trap. Okay, so sense perception is not. Only when you have a mental perception of your sense perception. This picture will help you to remember. I cannot remember, but I use this picture to help me to remember. Okay, sense perception is here, number 2 here. Okay, you need to be aware of that. You're aware of that until it is being identified in your mind. Yeah. Okay, now, next one. These are all a bit more difficult one. If you don't understand our mind, don't cry. Okay. I don't want to give you simple thing. Things that I know I just share. And is the thought, a physical thing, mental thing, or neither? Okay, that's what I thought also, but it is neither. Don't get a neither. Okay. I also, neither? Don't. Okay, why? Okay, the reason is how to help you to understand. Mental thing will be aware and knowing. What is the definition for mental? For the mind, mental? Mental is aware and knowing. Aware and knowing. So is the thought aware and knowing? No, it's just an idea. The thought is just an idea. So it is neither physical nor mental. Yeah. Okay, you can think about that. I also take a long time to understand that. Okay, just to let you know, so at least you hear one time, you don't understand now mind, you hear a few more times, and you keep on hearing it for years and years and years. Then finally, I know already. Okay, so you can put it aside to when you're free, you can think about that. Let me go to slide 18. Set up logical statement. This is your homework given to you. You want to do it here? You want to do it here, then you don't have homework. Is it better, huh? Okay, so let's try. Think about something that test out something that you cannot see, but you are sure of. You want to think about that? Okay, think about that, and then later you can type in the chat. Okay, so Jenny, I will your question on whether mental affliction is a thought or a feeling. I don't know. Maybe the different category, like in Abhidharma, they got so many category. I don't want to answer that questions because, like, if we learn the 5 hips that we learn, feeling is the second one, right? The feeling is a good and bad only, you see. And then the negative emotion that we have is in all other factors. Is in all other factors. So I would think that is negative emotion. Mental affliction is same as negative emotion. So from the word emotion, I would think more as a feeling, but I dare not categorize that in that way. That question, I would like to ask my teacher on that. I'll come back to you because Abhidharma, there are so many categories. Sometimes you think like that and they don't know what is the difference, So I want to check it out and come back to you. Okay. Anybody want to share your logical statement? Do you have some insight? Yeah. Electricity exists. Assertion. The current is flowing. The reason it can light a bulb. Okay. Also, please play with your, see the tree relationship hold or not, KL? Yeah. Try to see whether your tree relationship hold or not. Yeah. Okay. You see, electricity exists. It can light a bulb. Whether it hold or not, 3, 1. So think about that, right? And then 3, 2. If it can light a bulb, then the current is flowing. Okay. Then if the current is not flowing, then it cannot light a bulb. So you think about that, whether it is logical or not. So I just show you the logical statement. You need to think about that. Then you say a partner, consider my partner. He's kind and want to help many people around him find their authentic self. 3, I want to help others and serve others before I meet him. Consider the partner. The assertion is, he is kind, okay, and want to help many people. Okay. The reason, what is the reason? I want to help others. Okay, so if I look at the logical statement 1 and 3, right? My partner, consider my partner, I want to help others and serve others before I meet him. Not like cannot apply, right? So that thing is thrown out. Okay.
Yes, I confused about this task. I don't know what exactly how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's yeah. I confused.
Okay, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're confused. Okay. I have 3 minutes. I tell you what, I will show you ACI 2. I managed to find the slide. I will show you shortly after I do a dedication. Okay. After I show a dedication, then those who want to stay can stay. Those who want to leave can leave. Okay. Those who have not done the logical statement, you continue, go back and try it out. So I invite you to close your eyes. Think about the goodness that we have collected. We spend 1.5 hours to study logic, clear thinking, the 3 levels of reality, and Master Dignaga's opening statement. And all this will help us create this perfect world. And if it is true, we really pay attention, we are trying to become a better person, we are learning, then may it be true. May it come true. And we will become a Sema Gyokpa. Okay. Okay, so I want to help. You're free to go. I want to help Lynn with this logical statement. Yeah, if you don't know about the logical statement, I can refresh your memory. This is a classic example. This is a classic example. Okay, they say this is a classic example, not from me one. I just, hey, why you give this example, not from me. Okay, consider the sun. Okay, that is statement number 1. The sun is not blue is an assertion, what I'm trying to prove, because it is yellow. That is the reason. So let's look at whether any relationship between 1 and 3. The reason have to apply to the subject. Okay, if it is, the sun is yellow, okay, then I move on to the next one. Then 3, 2. If 3 is true, then 2 is also true. If it is yellow, then the sun is not blue. Correct. Yeah. Then I move on to the next statement. Negate 2. If you negate 2, you negate 3. If the sun is blue, is not blue, then it is not yellow. So difficult, isn't it? Not. If the sun is not blue, then it is not yellow. Or you can change for simplicity, if the sun is blue, then it is not yellow. Okay, so that's the first one. In ACI 2, we learned that. Then we move on to check to help you to understand better. Example for number 2. The same thing, consider the sun. The sun is not blue. Now the reason, because it is green. So let's look at 1 and 3. The sun is green. No, it's out already. So I throw out. No, I no need to test the next relationship. Understand? If 1 and 3 doesn't apply, then I can just throw it out. Neil, do you get it? Like just now, your statement you mentioned, consider my partner. You say he's very kind and help people, right? And then number 3, you say, I want to help people, something like that. You mentioned about that, right? So your partner and then I want to help somebody, like the reason cannot apply to the partner. So I directly, you can.
The same subject, right? You said the same subject.
Yeah, the same subject. Yes, correct. It has to be the same subject. Then the assertion is something that we want to prove about the subject. And then the reason is the one that we give for our assertion. So this one is out already. 1 and 3, out, then you no need to go further. No need to go further. Okay, so this one. Next one. Let's look at example number 3. Consider the sun. It is not blue because we can feel the heat. Okay, 1 and 3. The sun, we can feel the heat. Okay, yeah, I can feel the heat. All right, I can feel the heat. Correct. 1, 3, okay. Then 3, 2. We can feel the heat. If I can feel the heat, then it is not blue. If I can feel the heat, it is not blue. That it doesn't, it's out, right? It's totally out. So it is not true. We can just throw it out. Can you get it?
So
Okay.
it's like musi musu. I remember musi musum.
Yeah, musi musul is another one. Yeah, it's another way that we can help us to understand the logic. Yeah, you're right. That is in ACI 1. Yay.
Yeah.
So we will work with the logical statement right now. Yeah. So please try it out in your, like you mentioned, consider my partner. Right. He's very kind and help people. He's very kind. Okay. Then the reason, because he helped people. You can work like this, and try to check it out and come back next week. See whether do you get an insight. Not next week, sorry. Next week we don't have a class. See whether you got some realization. Ding! Okay. Okay. Try it out. Okay. All right. That's all for today. I'll see you after Chinese.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice holiday.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah.
So
Teacher.
where do you live?
Thank you. Happy New Year to
Happy New
everyone.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
恭喜发财。
Oh, go
Bye.
see bye. Bye. 红包拿来。Okay.
Do you live in Malaysia?
Yeah, I live in Malaysia. We live in Malaysia. Mom is from
So
Malaysia.
I will go to Malaysia for next week. For next month.
Next month?
Yeah,
You're coming
now I
to
live
Malaysia?
in Thailand. Yeah, now I live in Thailand.
Oh, you live
Yeah.
in Thailand.
Oh.
Where would you be going? Or maybe we can stop the recording first.
Yeah.
Where is the recording? Can we stop the
Yeah.
recording? Nobody's stopping the recording.
Welcome. Bye.
Yeah.
Welcome to Malaysia and text me if you
Yeah, so I
finished
can
it.
ask you some place to
Yeah,
discover and
sure.
some vegetarian restaurant to eat. Thank you so much.
Sure. You text me private message because it's under
Okay,
recording.
bye bye. Happy New Year.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you.